This is the Communicate the Ideas for 8.5. Question number 1. The sum of the angles in a circle is 360 degrees. Explain why this is true. Well, we can very quickly see this if we look at a protractor. We have a straight line here. And this angle, if we start at 0 and go all the way up, is 180 degrees. If we had two protractors, and I don't have a second one handy, you would see that in total, if this is a straight line, then the opposite of that straight line is another 180 degrees. So one circle has 360 degrees all the way around it. So if you look at a circle, for instance this one here, all of the angles inside it absolutely must equal 360 degrees, because that's what a circle is. From that center point, you can go around 360 degrees. So if it equaled 270 degrees, then we would have a missing piece. This here is 270 degrees. That's not a circle if it's missing that piece. If it's more than that, then we've actually gone around the circle and then some more. So for instance, if it was 450 degrees and we started here, we'd be going around once, that's 360, and then another 90 would take us to 450 degrees. That's more than a circle. You've counted this piece twice. So a circle is 360 degrees. If you take it apart and put it back together in any way possible, it will always equal 360 degrees. The degrees in a circle can only be 360 degrees. Any pieces used to create a circle will then add up to 360 degrees. There's just no way around it. If you've got a bunch of pieces going together to form a circle must be 360 degrees. So when you add them up, it does equal 360 degrees. Question number 2. How often do you read a newspaper? We've got a pie chart here. Never is 25%, every day is 25%, sometimes 30%, and rarely 20%. Write 2 questions about the circle graph that you could ask your class. Now, you may have any number of different possible answers. We could say, which category is the largest group of people? And the answer to that, which is part B down here, is the sometimes. So, which group is the largest group surveyed? So that's question 1. And the answer to question 1 there is sometimes. And that's at 30%. Another question that you could ask is, which group is the smallest group surveyed? And the answer to that is the 20% or the rarely. rarely is 20%. You could also ask which groups are the same size. And that would be the never group, and the everyday group. And those are both at 25%. You could also ask how many different answers are there? How many different answers? Now, if they were being surveyed, they might have been given the options of just, never, every day, rarely, or sometimes, but we don't know that. But you could ask how many different answers were given. And when you look at that, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 different sections to our circle graph. So there are 4 different possible answers. Now part C is give your questions to a friend to answer. Are your answers the same? If you can connect up with somebody in your class to compare those. Now, are your answers the same? That would require your questions to be the same as well. Maybe somebody come up with something different for a question. And if you've got different questions, you obviously can't have the same answers. But yeah, there is the communicate the ideas.